Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the show today. It's great to be here. It's always a pleasure. I spoke at last year's conference, and I'm more than happy to do so again this year. I am a bit hyperactive, so please forgive me for walking around. I don't like to stand behind a lectern, so please bear with me. To get some context of who's in the audience, how many are retailers? How many are online retailers? Okay. How many people like a good deal? Okay. Well, let me tell you, the topic of today's conference is big deals. And big deals, whether it's in the bricks and mortars, are synonymous in how we approach both left and right. It's not a clicks versus bricks, it's clicks and bricks. And my dear sister loves nothing better than a sale and TK Maxx rumbling through a big shoe shop sale. To me, I couldn't think of anything worse. For me, it's purgatory. But the point of that message is, for a big deal to be successful, or for any sale to be successful for that matter, you have to know your customer. And I'm going to come into that a little bit later. And please, if I don't explain this box at the end of the presentation, please remind me. Who here is a customer of Market VIP? 3 people. Well, actually, that's very exciting because there's about 28 or 30 potential customers. Yeah? Market VIP is the leading branded website e-commerce player in the GCC and the Levant operating countries. Zook, wonderful company, sells predominantly electronics. Dempsey, another great company, predominantly sport. We bring the top luxury bridge brands and premium brands to the region and delivered straight to your home with our own fleet. Now, this is a commerce opportunity as well, and since we're talking about big deals, I'd like you to take a photograph of this now or at the end. I have the last page. So, as a sign of an appreciation for you guys coming to listen to me and my Irish lilt, we're going to give you 25% off anything you buy on our website, valid till the end of the 5th of June, okay? So now to the subject at hand, and trying to make this a bit relevant for everybody in this room. In the region, over the last couple of years, White Friday has lifted off. It is the single biggest promotional campaign in this region. And it piggybacks on the concept from the United States of Black Friday. Imitation is the best form of flattery, and not to miss a sales opportunity, many of the retailers, online and offline, copied the concept. And another picture with Market VIP, November last year was our 5th anniversary. And we used that event as a campaign to promote our sales, to engage lapsed customers, and also to drive sales as well. And it's not only about discounting. You know, within your customer segment, don't annoy your loyal customers by sending them blanket emails and products where they're not interested in, or cheap discounts on liquidated inventory that's been sitting in your warehouse. That will create a negative perception and customer experience within that segment. So know who you're targeting and what their buying preferences are. This is our sales for last year, and that tremendous big peak there was White Friday. Now, of course, for confidentiality reasons, I'm not going to put any numbers there of what our monthly sales are, but that 3-day period was the second biggest sales in our 5-year history. Yeah? So don't miss an opportunity. And we'll come to the economics of a big deal later. If you consider the narrow confines of a big deal day and the profitability of one product, you'll have failed and missed an opportunity. On a big deal day, you're likely to lose money when you take the total unit economics, the delivery costs into account as well, cancelled orders, undelivereds and so. So you have to think broader than that. Who's my lapsed customers? Who likes the products I'm offering? Target, 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 and then create stickiness after that. It's the repeat purchase. Again, don't be thinking in the narrow confines, I have inventory to liquidate. I'm an e-tailer, a distributor. Generally, I don't buy too much inventory. So for weeks and months in advance, I'm planning these campaigns because, and particularly again with one-off sales, and again, buying a luxury product is an impulse buy. The person buys it today, they want to wear it ASAP. The longer your lead time, the more likely you are to have a cancellation and a return product. For your big deal to be successful, you have to have a short lead time. And again, don't be thinking of liquidating inventory. Talk to your suppliers, use that opportunity. Don't offer an extensive catalog. Dialogue with them. What products, limited range that they can give to you up front in your warehouse. And you know what? Use this opportunity to drive their sales and get them to pay for your digital marketing around that massive Everest peak there. By the way, since we're a small group, feel free to raise your hands and stop me during my monologue. And I try to make it broader than e-commerce. Bricks and mortars also have big sales. When you walk through the Dubai Mall and you see the 50 to 70% discounts, every store has it every month or two, it seems. That is the bait that draws you into the shop. And you know, it's almost like false advertising. You enter the store and you'll see that 70% in one corner, but you know, it drags you in and you say, oh, well, I like that. And I might buy this on the 50% discount, but I'll buy a pair of new shoes, and the cumulative purchases around that is what drives the repeated customers and the engagement around that. Brand performance. You know, we know more than likely for many products we will lose an event, but the hype and excitement around White Friday, for example, gets people thinking. We sold 20% of our products on White Friday, even before White Friday. People saving to basket, wish lists, knowing that what they liked and reserved days in advance. We were already prompting them to make linked purchase. If you buy this, consider that. So again, the knock-on sales. For a campaign to be truly successful, you have to involve all the functions in your organization. They're all listed there. Again, when you buy, you need to staff up. That big peak, you're going to have tremendous calls to your call center. You need to have double shifts on your last mile deliveries. Extra packaging and resources. On the first time we had a major campaign, our supplier of sale packaging was a late delivery. It added nearly a half a day to our lead times. In the scheme of things, it didn't really make a big difference on our customers because we were getting a good deal, but we wanted to get there as soon as that product into their hands as soon as possible. Finance. You're going to have, and again, I do not use big deals merely as a inventory liquidation opportunity. Again, you're buying in advance, hopefully on consignment, but sometimes I don't mind buying in advance. I'll get good discounts from my suppliers. And for the buying in advance, I'll only do it for the very premium products where I know I'll get good margin, and I target that to very specific customers who, by the way, aren't always necessarily interested or primarily interested in getting the 30, 40, 50% discount. If you create the hype around exclusivity around your big deal, they're going to get something, they perceive they're going to get something more than other times of the year. Yeah. Now, we all have sales throughout the year, And your marketing and campaign calendar should be planned months in advance. You can have opportunistic sales, weekly targeted sales and smaller events during the year. But the predominant big game-changing events are White Friday, Christmas for our expats, year-end sales, Eid. Eid 1 and 2, first and second Eid, are tremendous sales events for us as well. The gifting culture as well. Intermittent deals is where we have the 5-10% off here or there, loyalty programs. But again, use the big deals to find out who is deal sensitive. So when you have the intermittent deals, you can target those customers as well. The big deals, if they don't run them properly, they'll burn cash on you. And the days of, although e-commerce is in its infancy still in this region, the days of land grab are over. You know, we know Uber loses $1 billion in China to corner the market. Same here with loyal or first-time discounts. But you know, cash and the days of throwing money at e-commerce companies is over. We have to get to profitability as quickly as possible. These customers are not loyal. On the bottom tiers, the super deal sensitive customers are not loyal. They will check your deal within minutes. They're checking the price comparatives on Amazon as well. And to be successful, yes, they might get it for 5, 10 or even 15% cheaper on Amazon, but then they will have to do the custom clearance themselves. They have no right of returns. They have no Arabic support. And there's no cash on delivery as well. So I don't mind being, I will charge a premium over Amazon as well. You have to be a bit closer over here. This is an incredibly important fact and demographic. Know your customer. Know your customer intimately. And you'll find the masses of the numbers of customers at the bottom of the pyramid, but they're not your profitable customers. Now, the Zouk might need this volume of customers to drive the volume of product that they need in the electronic industry. The electronic industry need volume. So that's where you target your bottom, the bottom segment. Market VIP is in the luxury, mid-tier premium and high street fashion. Our smallest number of customers drive our largest part of our profitability. Now that's not to say we won't serve the bottom tier, but how and who and where and what products we target is it's actually critical to the success of all of our campaigns and our regular sales as well, of course. And it's funny, it's your VIPs who will be sticky and loyal with you for years to come if you serve them well. They're not interested in loyalty points. They have the money to where price isn't sensitive to them. A loyalty card is probably more an annoyance to them. You know, we have dedicated personal shoppers who will call them and offer them products that we think they might like. We have personal drivers who will bring products to their house, and for their luxury, we call them VVIPs, the very VIP important customers who have a high average order value. We will hand them the product and our drivers will wait till they try it on. We wouldn't even dream of doing that for the bottom segment of our customers. Now again, I don't want to sound like a snob. The bottom customers are important when we want volume, when we want to shift volume product. Any questions? Well, plenty of time for questions. You know, I don't want you to listen to me talking a monologue for quite some time. Great.
Questions? In terms of Market VIP and the uptake versus the different regions that you operate in, how big is Saudi from an online and fashion perspective, and is it very different to the other markets?
Actually, there's quite a large standard core within the region. No, it's quite common. When we look at the brand preferences of our VVIPs and important customers throughout our 8 operating countries, it's not too dissimilar. Yeah, it's quite similar. And the great thing about this region for Market VIP is, and that's one of the reasons why I joined Market VIP. I'm only with the company a year, and this was my second taste into the e-commerce space. My background is I'm in supply chain, where Europe and the United States is an aging population. It's an inverse pyramid of age demographic, and if you look at the top 20 GDP income ratio, this region is by far the wealthiest income per capita and a huge young population base. So the target market is extremely attractive. Saudi Arabia has one of the highest mobile penetration rate in the world. Most Saudis have 1, sometimes 2 or even 3 mobile phones. And they're all actively buying online. Now, whether that's music streaming, flights, they're an engaged customer base. So Saudi is about 45% of our 45% of our market. UAE followed pretty much evenly by the rest.
My name is Salman Al Murshid. I'm from Saudi Fransi Bank, and my question actually out of the sales and big deals scope, but it is very essential to e-commerce deals.
So, excuse me, I'm having very great difficulty hearing you.
I'm sorry. I said my question is out of the scope of the big deals. However, it is very essential to conduct an e-commerce. For Marca VIP in particular, I found it very difficult to me years ago to verify your credibility as an e-commerce merchant. I would quote something you said earlier, that e-commerce still in infancy in this region.
Correct.
How do you evaluate your advertisement? I believe some people see too much advertisement will confuse the customers or the buyers over the internet. And most of us here have those security sessions not to press too much ads and sort of things.
Yeah. So the 2 questions I get are credibility and security as well. Please remember that Market VIP is only 5 years old. My boss, the CEO, I'm 42 this month, and I'm the second eldest in the company. You know, it makes me feel a bit old. But Ahmed Khatib, our CEO, he's now 37. When he started the company, it was 32. This is a difficult region to enter. People not from the region think of the Middle East as one contiguous geography, but it's completely not. Operating in Saudi, UAE, Jordan, Lebanon, Qatar, Oman, Bahrain, it's very different. It's very different in each country.
I have one.
So there was teething issues. It's not like starting a company in Europe where you have the common market, or the United States. So there was some teething issues along the way. We have honed our operations between our marketing, our supply chain. Previously, we had our supply chain outsourced to Aramex, and while it is performs its logistics company very efficiently, we in-sourced it ourselves because we felt the unit economics, we could do it cheaper, and we found with our own drivers, our success rate on deliveries is far greater than Aramex, because we have our dedicated drivers who are paid on the success rate of the deliveries. We will be soon rolling out an app that, like Uber, you'll be able to rate the driver as well. So all that part of the customer experience will helps us along the journey. I really believe Market VIP is going to be up there with the Zalando, ASOS of Europe, Amazon, eBay of the United States, Mercado of Brazil, Rakuten and 2 cents in China. So we've significantly turned the corner in the last 2 years. And I really admire my CEO's tenacity and patience for cracking the market here.
Any more questions from the audience? You're the CFO, so obviously you're looking at profits. Have you ever thought about including a dynamic pricing strategy in a major deal day?
We do have algorithms and rules for our pricing. You know, right now we have over 100,000 products on our website. We want to move to 200,000 or more in the next 6 months. There's no way at that scale that we could have pricing team for that type of quantity. We do have a pricing tool, an application where we set the rules for how we want to price. We always want to be 5% more than Dempsey, for example, because we believe we have a premium product. Zoop, we may want to be, for certain products, 10% lower. For Amazon, for example, will always be 10, maybe 15% higher, because we believe the premium that on the extra services we offer, customs clearance, delivery, returns, Arabic language, is something our customers want and are willing to pay for. So yes, we do dynamic, to some point, dynamic pricing.
Okay, wonderful. Any more questions from the audience? Otherwise, we'll close. Thank
Okay,
you very
just one more thing.
Yes, please.
I brought this box over here. You may have seen it. We have a vehicle down on the entrance between hall 3 and 4, and in that vehicle there's a beautiful man and a woman's watch. To qualify for that entry, you just drop your business card in there, and two very, very, very nice watches that if you win and take them home, they'll be the envy of your household. So if you like, drop your card in there, and I hope you win. Thanks for letting me speak today, Florian.
Thank you very
All the
much,
best.
Alan.
Bye-bye.
Round of applause for Alan
you.
Dempsey.